Hey everyone, it's the 20th of December 2008, 3 in the morning. Yes, very early. But that's because when I was going to start this playthrough, I dozed off for a few hours. So I'm only going to do the first bit of the playthrough right now. Sorry about that, I was checking to make sure the volume was working, and I said that it already. It's playthrough number 24. Finally, Sonic Unleashed PlayStation 3 version, same thing as the 360 version. I'm coming off of a bit of a cold right now, so I'm going to be coughing a bit and stuff. But you're used to me coughing. Let me make sure the volume's working. Yeah, the volume should be fine, I hope. Okay, I'm using a separate save for this, kind of like in Sonic 06 and Sonic Adventure 1, so you can get the whole thing. Yes, I know about auto-saving. I don't know why it says continue, because I didn't actually do anything on the save yet. Options. I'm going to keep the voice on English. Some people wanted Japanese, but, you know, I really don't care. It's easier to make fun of the English voices, even though the Japanese voices are probably just as bad. The Japanese probably think their voices are just as bad as we think that our voices are. You know what I mean, Sean? Okay, let's get on to the game. I'll pick continue anyway, even though it's really the same thing as picking a new game at this point. Come on, get off this black. Okay, because if it's on a black screen too long, my thing crashes, and I don't know why. And sorry, my voice is like this. It's also part of the cold. I don't know if you'll notice any difference, but for me, I notice my voice sounds a little odder. Okay, so here's the beginning of the game, as you can tell, unless you're blind or something. Okay, so to begin off my not very funny commentary, of course the first thing you're probably wondering is whether or not I liked the game. I'm gonna leave you in partial suspense on that for a little bit. Overall, well, let's just talk about the daytime stages for a moment, and talk about this scene too. But the daytime stages, although I like them, they're not completely perfect. There's three major problems I have with them. One, Sonic goes way too freaking fast. If Sonic Team would slow him down to the speed he was in the other 3D Sonics and the Genesis Sonics, which was kind of almost sort of about the same. And when I say other 3D Sonics, I'm not counting Secret Rings after getting a bunch of upgrades, or Sonic 06 is super slow, or its Mach speed, which is almost as fast as this. Yeah, the other 3D Sonic games, the speed was just fine. In Genesis Sonics, it was about the same. And some of the Game Boy Sonics, whatever. But yeah, he's a bit too fast in this, and I just don't like that because he's a bit too out of control. Eggman's mustache there looked really... Well, it looked like it hadn't been washed in a while. I can't even remember what... The Egomatic, I haven't seen that in a while. I can't even remember what my second problem was right now because I'm watching this, because I haven't seen this in more than a week. Oh no, more than a week. Horrible, isn't it? Wow. Sonic's just able to tear through those so easily as Super Sonic. Anyway, why couldn't he just do that to the Death Egg back in Sonic 3? If you look closely, well, most of you probably know this already, but for those of you who don't, if you look closely in the Egomatic, when it's seen, you can sometimes see a Dreamcast in there. Most of you probably know that, though. Some of you might. Jason Griffith's improved. He's not amazing, but he's improved. Though he's always been better than Brian Drummond was in Sonic Adventure 1. Oh no, we're gonna crash! Ah! Actually, the voice acting in this game is not half bad, overall. Some of the voices can get a little annoying, but overall, most of the voice acting is kind of decent. Especially compared to certain other Sonic games. Secret Rings! Yeah, that was the horribly covered up joke right there. I am trying to remember what my other two problems were with the days stages. I'm telling you, I'm not forcing these problems on myself. Oh yeah. The second is boosting. There is way too much forced boosting in this game. I really don't like the boosting. Well, the second and third really are kind of one and the same. Because one of my big problems is areas where you have to boost over the water. We'll get to those eventually. You'll see why. But boosting, I just really don't care for. Sonic's already is super fast as it is. We don't need him any faster. Maybe if it was more like Sonic Rush, where the boosts only helped you out a little, and I don't know how the boosts actually took down the meter in that game. This one, you'd have to be boosting continuously with no rings in your way for, what, 20 seconds to get from max boost to 0? And guess what? There are always rings in your way, and they magnetize you when you're boosting. You'd have to be avoiding rings to actually run out of boost, unless you're already low. And getting about 20 rings fills up your boost completely, so... So if they made it more of a sparing thing, I wouldn't mind it, but come on. Most level... And some people would actually look at this and think, oh, you're supposed to boost all the time, and that would then make them fall off cliffs and then get annoyed with the game. I'm not hinting at anything, certainly, here. Anyway, I have not commented at all on this scene. And I should, but it's almost over, oh well. It's a cool scene. Pretty graphics. And that is the opening of the game. No kidding. I sure love stating the obvious. Sorry, I was checking the volume again. Okay. Oh, and my opinion on the Werehog stages we'll get to. I'll leave you in suspense on that. And for those of you who are watching this only to watch the Sonic stages, and not see the hubs or the story or the Werehog stages, you'll just have to skip ahead.